asli Garo autonomous district council na sanction kato. Sanction kata ni zaman MDC kemana kan angla kan milipa itu dia dari district
was replying to the motion yesterday.
Nisuing pa sa kantikon Meghalaya News 24 channel na rumchakswa, anga Shana Chelsea aruyan dalni kuborang. Election Commission of India Mongolbar salo Meghalaya ni gigitam Assembly Constituency rangna by election kori bahingpo October jani kholachi tharikong atanggen ne bharakataha. Manderangni by poll na nisengsuwe donggupa biaprangara Moringkneng Rajabala aro Moplang onga. Election Commission ni notification onatani gitade sudepani salde October kholachi thariko ongen aro channani tharikte November gni ongangs khagen. Gazette notification ko naniara October 7 tharik ongen nomination khaani bonkham gpa tharikara October 6 tharik ongen nomination khagpa lekharang ko scrutiny khaani tharikara October 6 aro candidature ko withdraw khaani de October 6 tok tharik khagen. Election Commission ya by election rangko je constituency rangan bangbang dongai ngachim warangko kolgapatna muksonge ongatinga. Election Commission ni dungaman nyam gitade J constituency o MLA siang genchimode jadok ni gisepon election kong atpulna nangachim. Moringkneng constituency MLA gri onge dongauni jadok mang battaha. Ya constituency WC February gni thariko Congress ni MLA David A Nongrum ni siangani jamanunin bangbang onge dongingachim. Ya constituency na by election kong atani nyam gitta jadok de August gni tharikon ongahachim. Apsan daken gigubun constituency Rajabala ba Congress ni MLA Dr. Azad Zaman ni ya bilsi batangpa March bri tharikonin MLA griong e dongingachim. Rajabala constituency na by election kong atani niam gita jadok de September bri tharikon ongahachim. Mija mangmang Moplang constituency batangpa September chikeng thariko MLA Sintar class sun siangani chi bangbang ongatako matnaha. Sun Hajalgani chichet bilsini assembly election no independent candidate unge susae amahachim. Jamano wa UDP ni associate member unge bakhorain ba Meghalaya Democratic Alliance Sorkario chapram phaha. National People's Party ni padot Conrad Sangma Mongolbar salo party ni thopmani ko ngaten ba rebaingpa October kholachio by election ongna sigpana candidate rangko finalize khae pharakataha. Singani rangko dakanina Election Commission of India nomination ko file khana bangija somoy ko nayaha yan Election Commission of India ni niksam suwe chanchi kham khani onga yani bidungo anga mamung aganani dongja ne pharakataha.
We cannot comment on this. Election Commission has decided and put these dates, so therefore it's in the wisdom of Election Commission to do that, and they have, I'm sure, followed all the procedures and given the necessary time for all their aspects. So really I don't want to comment on the decisions. So whatever the case may be, since Election Commission has announced it, respective political parties will, I'm sure, plan accordingly.
NBPG Rikengpa Meghalaya Democratic Alliance Utilization Certificate Rangko Somoy Gita Untna Matningani Selsa Tangka Gong Kror Hajal Chigni ko Koros Khana Matnaha Ne Akhangaha. Adukni Skotong Minister Conrad K. Sangma Sombar Salo Sombat Setim Gaparangna Aganingon Ruta Somoyrangna UC Rangko Somoygita Utnanio Niknakanirang Dongachimani Kuchakenba Aganaha. Comptroller or Auditor General Indiani Batangba Bulsi Kolgur ni March Kolachisa Thariko Report ko Parakatani Gitade Tangka Gong Kror Hajal Gitam Richachet Sotpri Gitam Point Kolachis Nioni Richachet Kolgruk Chet Nasan Utilization Certificate Rangko Nama Nahani Asel Accountant General ni Kitapo Dongrukaha ne Parakataha. CAG ni Parakatani Gitade UC Rangko Gizagapa Department Rangoni Education Department Grants in 8 ni ngo Chugumak Tangka Gong Kror Hajalgani Richagni Sotponga Dog Point Kolgruksa Outstanding Amount Oni Percentage Ara Sotbrigitam Point Sotchet Percent Secretariat Economic Service Department Tangka Gong Kror Richas ni Kolachi Point Sotsni Bonga Oni Chibri Point Chisku Percent Gupin Rural Development Program Department Rangara Tangka Gong Kror Richa Bonga Sni Point Dokoni Sku Point Sotchetri Percent Health and Family Welfare Department Tangka Gong Kror Richabri Kolrukni Point Sotskus Nioni Chet Point Kolruksa Percent Welfare of Scheduled Castes, Scheduled Tribes, Arugupin Backward Class Rang Tangka Gong Kror, Richagatamsa Point Sotpris Kuoni, Bonga Point Sotchet Bonga Percent, Special Program for Rural Development Department Thangka Gong Crore Richagani Sotprisa point Sotsnisa Oni Bri point Sotoksku%, Rural Employment Department Thangka Gong Crore Richagani Koruksku point Sotponga Brioni Bri point Sotbri Dok%, Power Department Thangka Gong Crore Rachasa Kolruksni point Kolachisku Oni Gani point Sotprisni%, Social Security and Welfare Department Thangka Gong Crore Sotsku Gatam point Sotsni Dokoni Sa point Sotchetkini%, Aro Arts and Culture Department Thangka Gong Crore Sotsni Gni point Sotchet Dokoni Sa point Sotprisa% San Jakhalayaha Ne Parakataha. CAG ni agana ni o UC ko onjani asel thangkarang ko mansugpa department rang je kamno nata chamu ko jakhalama jakhalja agana manja ne parakataha.
So utilization certificates have been an issue for a long time. That's why if you remember my reply in the assembly which I gave, that because of the last 3 years, the way we have been submitting, even UCs from 2001, 2, 3, 4, 5, that today we are able to spend much higher than what we were spending in the last few years. If you look at the spending that happened between 2015 and 18 was an average of about 9,000 crores a year. That average today from 2018, 19 to 20 has gone up from 9,000 crores to 12,000 crores. And this is only possible if you're actually able to get the funds from center. And the only way to get the funds from center is to be able to give the utilization certificates. So yes, there is an issue. I have always mentioned in my previous press conferences and speeches also that the delivery mechanism at the grassroots level of different government schemes is one of the major issues that the state faces. So we are not running away from this. We realize that this is an issue, and that is why the utilization certificates take time to come in. And this is the reason why funds don't flow in that fast. But we are on the job, and as I said, we have seen the difference. Utilization has improved vastly, and still an issue, but as we go along and move forward, I'm confident that we will be slowly able to minimize the problems that we're facing in this issue.
Sombar salni bako Dainadubi North Garo Hills ni nangrum gamen NGO rang Deputy Commissioner RP Marakna Dainadubio Tharigpa PMGSY Soroko Ruta Bilsi rangna matsot kija galspe doning bako niro katten ba Thari Pilsina Memorandum ko onnaha. Wamangni janapkapa sorok rangara Dangkong Rabha oni Mbangi Chituk Daramoni Galwangsa Pangsudamoni Rompa Aros Hatmailoni Gambolona Dakangpa sorok rangan unga. Wamangni janapatani gitade ya sograngko tharina re-tender kaplauba authority rang yani bidungo kamarangko abachingama abachingjainga ukuma sijanne parakataha yara marang namjani aselan songdongpa manderang wachi kharionik nikani rangko mantokinga neba parakataha. Mongolbar Salo Cabinet Tomanio Ribaingpa Damgatam Biaprango, Siangpa MLA Rangni Biapo, Jekai, Morinkneng, Rajabala, Aromo Plang by election ko ngatna, Siangpani Bidungo, Chanchirmani Rangko Takangaha. Tomanio Model Code of Conduct ko Election Commissioni Getanio Pangchake, Namidake implement Kani Golpo Rkani Rangko Badakangaha.
The decisions that we took today are in East Khasi Hills area and also in a way affecting the model code of conduct. So we have to be slightly careful and I want to make sure that we don't come into any kind of thing with the election code of conduct. So there are some important decisions we took, but it's not necessary that I need to explain the whole thing right now, because we have asked the departments to give us more details on those decisions. But because of the election code of conduct, I don't feel appropriate for me to mention those points because they will be directly in conflict and in the interest here in East Khasi Hills area. National
People's Party Meghalaya ni Padot Dr. Karluki Mijalatam ni Bako Ribaingpa by electiono chakatna Singpani Bimurangko Parakataha. Uni Parakataniyo Rajabala Constituency Gatam MLA Abdus Saleh Sorinkam Constituency ni National People's Party ni MDC Khasi Hills Autonomous District Council ni Chairman Niat Singh CM na Morinkneng Constituency na Siokaha and diba Moplang Constituency na deon Tisa Singna Nangen ne Parakataha.
We have decided for Rajabala it should be Abdul Saleh and for Morinkneng it's Peniat CM.
And for
Moplang we still keep it pending for a few days. The more your opponent is strong, the more the fight is interesting. So we like our opponent to be strong.
Bakmara PHE Department ni Sakni SD orang MLA Samuel Sangmani JJM ni bidungo agan grikna okamata ori bajani na Mija Salni Bako NCP ni Phadot aro Gambigre ni MLA Saleng e Sangma Meghalaya Privilege Committee ni Thokmani ko ongataha. Uni agananio chinga officer rangko kamataha aro wamang khema biaha aro changgap no de gapan MLA rang ni amsan diani rangko dakon chinga agan chakken ni kuchakaha. Ni committee ni chairman Saleng Sangma Parakataha.
There was a complaint given by Samuel Sangma from Bagmara against two officers. It seems he has called so many times regarding, JJM, at least to discuss about the situation. But it seems like they didn't respond. So for that small reason only, he has called. But it was kind of big because he is representing thousands of people, and then moreover, the officers, they have to at least enlighten him actually about the ongoing situation, the ongoing project. That's all. Yeah, we have called the officers. They turn up, and then they are going to tender the apology to the Honorable MLA.
State Security Commission ni Thokmani ko Mongolbar Salo, Skotong Minister Conrad Sangmani Delanio Arawara Chakapa Congress Dolni Dilgapa, Dr. Mukul Sangmani Dongpani Ngatangha. Thokmani amang baksana gapan MLA rangba Dongpaha. State Security Commission ni Thokmani ko Dr. Mukul Sangmani chang ongat China Didiani chi root be sumoyrangni jamanosa ongatangha.
You see, Meghalaya State Resident Safety and Security Act. I presented this as a collective endeavor of the people of the state. It is not just the endeavor of the people who are in the government during that time. It was a collective involvement and the whole exhaustive engagement which culminated into this decision to come up with an act which is comprehensive enough to deal with various issues, including the issues of maintaining the demography of the state. Let me put it that way. And when we enacted this act, when we presented the bill for consideration of the August House then, you look at everything has been done in such a way that you don't have this law to be challenged by anyone seeking any judicial intervention. Whenever we legislate, we have to always look at the legislative jurisdiction of the state legislature. And therefore, when we have enacted this law, we have looked at all the pros and cons, and we have ensured that everything that is mandated by the law, or for that matter at that point of time proposed to be mandated by law, is within the legislative jurisdiction of the state legislature. Therefore, you have seen the decision of the Honorable High Court. So that is how a lawmaker has to obviously present a bill for consideration of the August House. If you make a law and goes beyond our legislative jurisdiction, then we are making fun of ourselves. We are lawmakers, we must be knowing what is within our legislative jurisdiction and which goes beyond our legislative jurisdiction. That's why time and again I have said, implement this mandate of this very important law, Meghalaya Resident Safety and Security Act. And you look at the content of this principal act, it covers all, including the internal security aspect, including ensuring an environment of safe and secure state capital, district capital, environment of safe and secure state, that's the intent. And in addition to this, please remember one another important part. There is a provision where by virtue of that relevant section of that act, we have empowered the traditional institutions.
Congress story bangpa by-poll election na tharaken candidate rangko parakatken ne jana pataha. Meghalaya High Court Mongolbar Salo Maidake Facilitation Center rangko Resident Safety and Security Act Hajalgni chi dok bulsio pangchake jakhalna aro tharina menga ne thalataniko amaha. Wara chakaba dolni dilgapa Dr. Mukul Sangma yako lo ni nangnakanyo pangchake sa implement kaaha ne aganaha. Yan internal security ko ba manchapa.
You have a law, Meghalaya Resident Safety and Security Act. This also takes cognizance of this important aspect of the role required to be played by state legislature, and therefore we have appropriately responded to this call of duty, and we have empowered the traditional institution, and therefore you see the local authority, how both the state authority and the traditional institutions come together, sharing the responsibility of implementing the mandate of this law. So it's a vibrant, inclusive, comprehensive law where you don't only allow the state agencies, the state authorities like the district administration and only the police organization to implement all those mandate of the law. It is with the involvement of the people. It is with the involvement of our traditional institution, and that is the most important part. And that's why, as I speak today, I will urge upon the government to effectively implement this act and see how best we can really fulfill our purpose in creating that enabling environment of having a safe and secure state. And not only that, it also takes care of the issue of preserving the demography of the state, which is the most important component which can be achieved by appropriate implementation of this act.
High level committee ko Meghalaya Sorkari constitute ka ha Harijan colony bidungo Sorkari report ko na ha yani bidungo cabinet chanchani ko takanggen.
We have already submitted the HLC report today to our Honorable Chief Minister. So let us see after submitting the report. Again, the next step is government will sit down, cabinet will sit down, and we will go point by point, line by line. So let us wait till the cabinet sits. Because right now I can't say anything because I'm the chairman of the high level committee. So I'm just informing you that we already completed our task and today we already submitted the report.
Talni khoborang de rangsan na simangya khoborang ni gaman thalbate masina sketch mode Meghalaya news24.com ni ko phorai naman gen sakantian simsake dongbo ongkhato de mas franco kanjungbo unbaksan na ba sorkari ni don gaman niamrang ko jarakpo sakanti ko ni sohani na mithela.